What's going on, beautiful people? How y'all doing? If you don't know, my name is JT. I am a content creator, I guess. I push positive energy, mental wellness, fitness, but this is not a fitness channel. I'm simply in the gym right now, and this is to hold myself accountable to just continue to create. My goal is to create a series of content that I will not edit. I will just get on here and simply communicate with all of you, check in, and also hold myself accountable, because I realize that accountability is the key for everything, and consistency. So also teaching myself that it does not have to be perfect, meaning I don't have to do some crazy edits, some crazy intro, crazy thumbnail. Just stay consistent, and no matter what it looks like to me, because sometimes we are our own worst enemy, we will overthink, overanalyze, make sure it has to be perfect, showcase the perfect side of like everything. And I've built a sizable community on other social media platforms, and I said, you know what, the only way to do this on YouTube is to, number one, create longer content, but two, do the same thing you did over on the other platforms, which is just stay consistent. So that's my goal. So as I do my warm-up and my workout, my plan is, well, really, you guys will get a chance to see really the warm-up. My goal is to show you, or talk to you a little bit about, you know, kind of what I've been doing. I'm here in Bali, Indonesia. I am at one of the gyms I choose to work out in. You get the beautiful view of the rice fields while you're here. Like, this is just amazing. So this is also to show anybody that you can do anything you put your efforts to, no matter what it is. So I'm here shooting on my Osmo Pocket 3, which makes recording very easy. No sponsored videos. I just like the camera. It's very small and easy to take everywhere and record. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my warm-up and kind of talk to y'all a little bit about my experience here in Bali. Well, really just travel alone. So come along with me. I mean, y'all won't move, I'm just gonna move. I'm about to start with my walking lunges, which I typically do to warm my legs up. And I'll talk to y'all a little bit about life here in Bali and what I've been learning as I travel the world. All right, so I have been traveling to Southeast Asia for about almost 3 years now. I originally came to Bali because I saw I saw a bunch of videos, but I continue to see videos. And one of the videos I saw was a creator by the name of Christian LeBlanc. He has a channel called Lost LeBlanc. Yeah, Lost LeBlanc. He has Lost Creators Academy, but it's Lost LeBlanc. And it was showing all of these cinematic, beautiful views of this place that I had never seen nor been before. And as a traveler, I felt like I had to do it some justice and see it for myself. Because it was so beautiful, I said, listen, I gotta make my way there soon to kind of see what this looks like in person. And I had no real plan. I mean, I literally had no plan whatsoever. When I first came here, I did not book a room because I did some research, but I didn't book a room. All I did was show up. I booked the room when I landed at the airport. Now I know some of y'all like, that's crazy, but I landed at the airport and then I booked my room. Now tell me if you would ever do something like that. So no real plan, like as far as like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I just wanted to come and see it for myself. And the landscape was beautiful. Well, when I landed, I instantly felt like this is home. I'm talking about I didn't walk anywhere. I got off the airplane and felt that peace. Like normally when people travel, you have like this feeling of like, oh my God, you know, you're nervous because you don't know the climate. I had never been to Southeast Asia before. I I'm used to traveling, but most of my travel experience had been like, I don't know, about 15 countries in the Caribbean. You know, I have been to a few Spanish-speaking countries, but I had not been to Southeast Asia. It was like a healthy level of like fear. But when I tell you I felt at ease as soon as I landed, it was like instant peace. And that was almost 3 years ago. And I've been traveling back and forth here. I think this is like my 16th time here in those 3 years. And I started an extension of my business and started running my business to make sure that other people can experience coming out this way. And I also decided that this was gonna be home. So I've now been here for almost 6 months straight. And I've never been more at peace in my entire life. Like, I live in New York, so life, as you know, in New York is not peaceful. I mean, there's nothing about New York that says peace, and I'd never had real peace in my life. I was working hard all the time, which is something that I'm very, very, very used to, is just hard work. But let me turn this off. Which is nothing wrong with hard work, but I realized quickly that my whole life can't be work hard, grind to get it, grind. At one point in my life, I was working 2 jobs and running two separate businesses all at the same time. And that type of like grind started to take its toll, and I didn't realize how much damage I was actually causing to myself, my mental well-being. Also, constantly being around people that were always high-strung, stressed. And there's nothing wrong with like working hard and grinding. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Like, you should grind for the things that you want, but once it starts to take its toll on your mental well-being, I think sometimes it's time to like assess whether or not what you're doing is healthy or not. Now, I started to realize it wasn't healthy, and like many people, when the pandemic hit, light bulb went off like crazy. That light bulb was bright, and I made some major changes because I realized I had to. Like, getting out of relationships that were horrible for me, getting away from energies that were just not aligned and not where I wanted to go, toxic work environments. And I decided I was gonna find more peace, be around more positive energy, more energy that was conducive to where I was trying to go. Because at the time I didn't realize that it was bad for me. I know everybody has to have like a mission, but sometimes where you are determines your mission, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're in a hustle grind area and everybody's hustling and grinding, and you've never seen anything else, you tend to just do what seems normal. And you only focus on the grind, the work. Like, the work, even though it's not good for you, you'll do it anyway. You'll work harder at something that could be killing you, and you'll just keep going. Like, it's tearing you apart. But instead of stopping, you do more of it because you hear that if you keep going, it's all gonna pay off. But what if in the process, you're becoming a shell of yourself? And that's what was happening to me. I was becoming a version of myself that I didn't know, and that I didn't like. Like, when I started not liking the man I was becoming and becoming more like the people in the environment that I was in, and I didn't really like them, I realized something was wrong. So I needed to make some changes. So coming here, well, first watching the videos. Like, after watching the videos, I saw people were living this life that I had never imagined I could live. I was like, how do people live like this? And is this something that I can actually do for me? Like, can I incorporate some of this into my life? Or I never thought I could live in another country. Like, that's not something that we just be like, yeah, I see myself living in a completely different country on the other side of the world. Not the Caribbean, not Mexico, you know, not DR. Nothing wrong with any of those places. Shout out to everybody in every place I just named. But I know it's closer. I never saw myself living this far away from my mom, really. My mom is the closest person I gotta have from my family, but never saw myself living that far away from family. But I'm finding now it's the best decision I could have made to, like, first start traveling. And people be like, you know, the one thing people say that I've heard, because I was talking about coming here all the time. Like, I would leave after being here for a month, and all I could talk about was going back. Like, any person that would ask, I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I was just looking forward to going back to Bali. I'm looking forward to going back to Bali. You know, now then I started saying, you know, this temporary, you know, I'm just here for a little bit because I'm going back home. I'm going back home to Bali. You know, I said it over and over and over again. And slowly speaking life into it, putting action behind it, working towards different goals in my business structure and other things that I want to do to kind of take a step back from some of the things that I was doing. I started making it happen more and more. And now, this is the longest I've been in Bali. The longest I've been in Bali straight. It's like 6 months straight. And it is, I know you're like, what is he doing? I'm literally warming up. So this is the longest that I've been here. And again, I'm going through my warm up. This is the longest that I've been here. And when I tell you more and more, I feel more like myself. I feel more at peace. I'm feeling more calm. Like, I'm adapting the environment. One thing I would say is, like, the culture here, the people, ooh, that calf is still tight. I was doing calves yesterday. I feel all of it. The people, the Indonesian, the Balinese culture, some of the nicest people that I have ever come across in my life. I couldn't imagine it. I think I experienced this the right time in my life. That's what I will say. Because I guess I didn't really know that this was a possibility. Like, everybody I'd ever been around was just talking about taking trips. Everything was taking trips. You know, you work hard to take a trip. So you work hard for a month here. You grind for 6 months, take a week off. Grind hard for 3 more months, take a week off. You know, I didn't always just work a traditional job. I also had businesses. So I was never around anybody that was like, I'm moving out of the country. Everybody was just taking trips. So I didn't even know that this type of life was a real possibility. Like, I knew that, you know, everybody travels, but I didn't know it was a possibility for me. So now experiencing it and seeing what it feels like, there is literally I'm not gonna say no way, but there's no way I cannot live in this way. Like traveling around Southeast Asia has been like the biggest eye opener. And I know sometimes you're gonna see videos of people just telling you to move and not giving you any context or showing you like the social media stuff. Because on IG, you're gonna see every Bali swing, you're gonna see the food, you're doing the healing waters, you're doing the, dive into the culture briefly, and everybody's highlighting that. If you go to my social media, being here all this time, I don't show any of that stuff. Like my day-to-day has become so peaceful that I kind of want to show that you can live a normal life and living in a place like this and just be normal. Like you don't have to, because once all of the highlights are over, there's still like an amazing place to live and see. And this place is like, it's so vibrant. There are things that I've always wanted to do that I couldn't do or actually was afraid to do because, some of the environments, large groups of people, in the US, that can be sketchy, for many reasons. Like I'm not slandering the US, but the reality is in a large group of people, things do happen consistently that don't necessarily happen here. Just being able to walk around and feeling safe is a huge thing for me. Like, I don't think people realize it. I think we have normalized chaos happening so much that we don't realize that it's not normal for chaos to be this consistent, and violence to be like a commonplace. And again, not bashing, I'm speaking to the reality, because every time you speak on it, somebody always starts talking about, well, if you don't like it, then leave. Just leave. Like I remember talking to a few friends about the weather, because in New York, it's cold. It's cold most of the year, like 8 months. 8 months out of the year, you're getting cold weather, especially as you get closer to like upstate New York, Buffalo area, Rochester, closer to Canada. It gets really cold. This is the first time in my life that I'm spending most of the cold season not in the snow. I look at the cameras on my house sometimes just to see how much snow is outside. It's crazy the amount of snow that's been accumulating. And yeah, so I say all that to say, when you talk about the bad, everybody just tells you to leave. And for everybody else, for most people, that's not easy. You can't just leave, So coming here has just been so eye-opening. Again, people are so kind and the environment is so calm and peaceful that I think that's what I was looking for, but I didn't know it at first. And the more I've come around and the more I've done here, the more I realize like this is what I was missing. Like this is what I've been looking for in my life. Oftentimes you're just following the standard that other people set, or they tell you, this is what you should live like, and this is what it should be, and telling you to grind and hustle. But that might not be for you. Like I was the keep working person, just keep working on it, keep grinding, keep working, keep grinding. But as my mental health started to decline and my eyes didn't match my smile, like I'm genuinely a happy person, but I was in such an environment that wasn't suited to like how I felt internally. Like I want to be happy, but I also can't be around happy when everybody else is stressed. And their stress has nothing to do with me. Like I found internal joy even in chaotic places, but you can't even express that to some people because they're not in that place. So sometimes you express it to the wrong people and they are more offended that you're looking for happiness, and they, you looking for happiness and they're content with being angry. And that happened a lot in my life. And it just became like toxic conversations and me not really wanting to be around people. So I started just keeping to myself and staying in the house, which also I found peace, but it's also like a very secluded life. So you cut yourself off from human interaction, and then, mental health can decline, especially through, what do we call it? Our pandemic years. So everybody was like shut in, and that was even more like, if you don't have real human connection, man, everything could decline. So during that time, I just decided I was gonna make some major changes. And man, I'm so happy that I made a decision early to make some changes, and it's opened my eyes to the world. I couldn't imagine going through life and not having this experience, It's just opened my eyes so much to the world. Yeah. All right, let me do some push-ups while I keep talking to you. I'm still in my warm-up. I'm lifting heavy today, but I gotta make sure my body is like ready. Another thing here, I focus on it a lot at home because I was always in the gym because there wasn't nothing for me to do. But here, really can hone in on my mental well-being, Being in this peaceful place makes it very easy to focus on when you're feeling a little bit off. Like I've done breathwork sessions. I actually took time to take some walks, visiting some rice fields. My safe haven has honestly been getting on my moped and driving between, right now I'm in an area called Canggu. And in Canggu, I guess this is like the busy area. A lot of expats come here, but I even find peace here because I stay in the villa a lot, so I ain't really out. I go to the gym. I'll spend an insane amount of time just finding peace in the gym. Like I'll be here for sometimes 3-4 hours, but you meet some interesting people. So I have great combos. I've been shooting interviews with people that I started working out with. And then this has been like part of my world. I come to this gym. This is Raw. Shout out to the owners of Raw. Shout out to the staff at Raw. Forget the owners. The staff, really good people, man. That's the reason I come here. Staff is so kind. But you got this great indoor-outdoor space. So the weights and stuff are inside, and we have our outdoor space because I need all the vitamin D from the sun. So I like being out here. It's my favorite gym in the area. But so between here, Uluwatu, Ubud, I literally just travel and get on my bike and just drive. Most peace I've ever had driving. Most peace ever. So, I don't know, just finding some happiness and joy in everything. But by far, the most peaceful I have ever been in life has been here. Let me grab these. So, yeah, I'm still in my warm-up mode. Today's a full body weight training day. So if you're like, why is he doing so much random stuff? I just like making sure I get the blood flow before I start my training. I like to make sure that the blood is flowing and that I'm ready for heavy lifting. I've been doing a mix. I've been doing a little bit of everything. So heavy weight training. This is not a matching weight. See, I'm talking to y'all. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. I got like a 25 and a 20 in my hand right now. All right, let's match these weights up. Bear with me. All right, there we go. So yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy this series. My goal is to post something every day, just to, again, hold myself accountable. Hopefully, me holding myself accountable will help you guys also on your journey. And hopefully, if you start traveling, I'll run into you somewhere along the way. I'm gonna spend a lot of time around Southeast Asia. I'm getting away because that music kind of loud. I'm spending a lot of time around Southeast Asia. This will be primary home for the moment. Oh wait, I gotta share one more thing. Traveling around Southeast Asia is so amazing. It's so easy. Like I went to Thailand for the first time and it was amazing. It was a 4-hour flight, round trip flight. was $105 US round trip. Went there for about a week, walked around. I'm a day owl, so I do everything during the day. Once it get dark, I'm in the house. But I was able to walk around. Shout out to the good people in Sukhumvit. I did my walk. It was like a calm New York City, very quiet compared to like a New York. I don't really like cities, but I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the culture. I enjoyed walking around during the day because I can see everything. I get out early in the morning to go for jogs and make it down to the malls. Man, listen, Southeast Asia is by far crushing most of the stuff I've seen back home. Like the stores, the technology. It's like, man, I went to a mall that had 7 floors. They had a luxury movie theater and the bed movie theater. I can't reach my own back. The bed movie theater, which is a bed. I wanted to do it. So I'll make a whole video just talking to y'all about Thailand. I'll try to do that and insert some clips because I'm headed back in a few weeks to run a group getaway there. They done turned the music up on me. To run a group getaway there. So yeah, y'all hear that music? See how much louder? They done cranked it up. It's not even normal. They said, JT recording today, we're gonna crank up the music. But yeah, so I'll make a whole video on just Thailand and my experience there. I'll be documenting the entire journey of being in Thailand and running my group getaway. So stay tuned for those videos. And man, I just hope y'all have a great day. I'm about to finish some more of my warm-up and then make my way to hit some heavy weights because I'm trying to transform. I'm a manifester, right? So I speak life into everything I do in the most positive way possible. But y'all gonna see this body gonna be on the cover of a magazine. And I got motivated. My boy Carter gonna see this. So shout out to my boy Carter. I met him here at the gym. You know, I'm Unc to Carter. I'm about 10, 11 years older than him. But he putting me, he didn't know how old I was because I be staying right. But shout out to the youngins that I was working out with that didn't believe me when I told them how old I was because they, you know. But they was looking incredible, and I said, I'm using y'all as motivation for me to get back on my game. So just so y'all know, when y'all see this video, because I'm gonna make sure I send it to y'all, y'all are motivating me. So shout out to Carter, shout out to Vincent, shout out to Tristan. There's a few other names, but I can't remember how to say y'all names. So, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all motivated me to keep pushing, and I met all them here at Bali. So shout out to those young men that are motivating me to get better. I'm gonna get better. I still got I got a dad bod right now, but we gonna get to where I want to be, and hopefully when I become a dad, I had the fit dad bod. 6-pack season, 16-pack season, 32-pack season. Yeah. Y'all have an amazing day. Dream big, work hard, enjoy life, and always spread love. And make sure that love goes to you first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot give or receive love from an empty heart. So keep that heart full. Spread love.